Hello, 4th and 5th grade scholars. It's Tuesday, and we are on our way, second day of the week. So I just wanted to address a few things that I'm noticing. Most of you are doing such a good job of checking in and letting me know you're present. Keep up the good work. Most of you are doing that. A few of you are not. You're not reporting in, you're not commenting on the videos. So make sure that you are accounted for. That's very important. You don't want to make a practice of just not showing up, making yourself known in the comments on the video. That's not a good idea to do because that counts towards your class participation grade. Also, remember that your projects are due this week. Some of you have already turned in your projects, which is fine. I have them. I'm going to be grading them. But on Wednesday, our book review is due, and on Thursday, our science project is due. For science project, you have two options. You could turn in a series of pictures of your science project, or you could send in a video clip of your science project, or those are the two options. For the book review, you just upload a Word document. You all are familiar with that. Okay. Also, I'm going to be meeting live with you all on Zoom. So along with our instructional videos, I've added a live session for us to meet live. So that's tomorrow at 1. I look forward to seeing all of you, and we're going to have a question and answer session and a class discussion. So that's tomorrow at 1, and I look forward to seeing all of you. Okay, so let's start with 4th grade. You are going to do your Bible, lesson 13. You're going to read your story, completely read your story. Then you're going to do Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. All right, 4th graders, let's go on to math. You're going to go to number sense, and you're going to go to, what is it? Number sense A, and I think that's 19. Sorry about that. Number sense, which is A, and you're going to go to 19, rounding up to 100,000 plays. So this is a review, but let's go over some examples. For example, you have 546. Are we going to round up to 400 or to 500? So look at 446. So we're looking at the hundredths place. 446. Remember I told you the rule. If it's 5 and up, we round up. If it's 4 and under, we stay. So it's 446. We have 4, and we're going to stay at 400. 446 would be rounded to 400. Then we have 8,300. 8,300. We're looking at the 3. 3 is not higher than 5. So we're going to stay. 8,300 becomes 8,000. Remember the rule. 5 and up, you round up. 5 and below, you stay. Okay? Then you're going to go to division. This is a review. Divide large numbers by 1 digit. That's a review. I really need to give more division exercises because we need to practice division more, okay? So that's E. Numbers, you could go to division E, and then you would go to exercise 10. Exercise 10. Divide large numbers by 1-digit numbers. All right, today is reading comprehension. So we're doing reading strategies. You're going to go to reading strategies to B, to theme. And then you're going to go to 1. Determine the theme of myths, fables, and folktales. Okay. So please click on Learn by Example for this one. So remember I told you in class that a theme is what an author wants to convey. It's usually a lesson that the author wants to convey to its readers. So remember I told you authors never write anything without trying to send out a message or a lesson. So always remember that. So what is the lesson that the author is trying to convey? A theme is a key message or lesson in a story. Okay? A story will not obviously tell you the theme, but look at the main events, because I think some of you fourth graders had an issue of that. You were looking for the story to say, for example, oh, the theme is compassion. The theme is courage. A story will never tell you that. So you have to look for the inferences. Why did the characters act that way? So ask those questions. How did they grow or change? What did they learn? How do the lessons in the story apply to my life? So you have to look at the characters. How did the characters change? How did the story impact the characters? And then how does this story apply to my life? So that's how you look at the theme. So for example, a theme could be compassion, it could be courage, it could be honesty, loyalty, perseverance, importance of family, benefits of hard work. But again, as you look, like some of you made the mistake, a story is never going to tell you, hey, where this is the theme of compassion, or this is the theme of courage, or this is a theme of the importance of family. It will never say that, but it will have inferences, which mean it will apply these themes, and you see it through the impact, the impact of the story on the characters' lives. And you could come up with what type of theme this story was trying to convey. Okay, so see author's purpose. Identify the purpose of a text. Click on Learn by Example. So we did this in class. We did a thorough exercise, but this is a review. So when you read a passage, is the author trying to persuade you? Is the author trying to give you information? Or is the author trying to entertain you? So if you read an article in National Geographic, the author is trying to inform you, say about a tribe in the Amazon. That's informing. If you read an article about why you should recycle, that's an article trying to persuade you. And if you read an article about a dance troupe in China and how they have sold so many, I would say, so many programs, or how they are having an impact on society, and that's entertaining. But it could be seen as informing. So let me think of another example. Like if you're watching a YouTuber and they are doing something funny or trying to just make you laugh or pass your time with free time, that's entertaining. If you read an article about a movie, that is entertainment. So do you see the difference? Before, when I said about the dance troupe in China, that disregard that example, because that could be seen as informing. So we have three choices: persuade, inform, or entertain. So now we're going to go to social studies. You're going to go to early 19th American history, that's C. And then you're going to go to 2, the Lewis and Clark expedition. I'm going to have a PowerPoint for that. Please do not do this exercise until you view your PowerPoint. So we have discussed the Louisiana Purchase and why America needed to purchase the Louisiana Purchase. It's because of the westward expansion. America wanted to acquire more land. before America was designated to the East Coast. And so all those states on the Northeast and Southeast, that's all America had. But through the purchase of the Louisiana Purchase, that allowed America to expand westward. So the Lewis and Clark expedition is how they're exploring a new territory that America had never seen before. So they are going to explore an unknown land. So this is what you're going to read about. The land was so different from the East Coast. Different vegetation, different weather, different Indian tribes. Everything was different. So they were commissioned to tell the United States what this land was like towards the west. So it's very interesting. And then you're going to go to H states. Name states of the West. Go to H states. Go to number 3, name states of the West. Then you're going to go to I, state capitals, and you're going to do 1, identify state capitals of the West. Okay? And that is it for your day, 4th graders. Don't forget to check in. Regardless if your morning block, regardless if your mid-morning block, which starts between, you could choose 10 or 11, that's mid-morning block, and regardless if your afternoon block, it's very important for you to check in to me at YouTube every morning. Be accounted for, because again, that counts towards your participation grade, and I need to know that you're present. All right, we're going to 5th grade. 5th graders, you're going to do Bible lesson 13. You're going to read the entire story. Then you're going to complete Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Then for your math, remember to always click on Learn by Example. We're on exponents. We're still on exponents. And you're going to click on New, multiply a decimal. That's what you're going to click on. By a power of 10 with exponents. So it's very easy, like 1.94 times 10 to the exponent 2, or 10 to the exponent 1. You will need your scratch paper. You know how to multiply decimals. We've gone over that. The only difference is you're doing it times exponents. We discussed how to do exponents. If you have a 10 exponents 3, that's 10 times 10 times 10. You will definitely need your scratch paper for this exercise, okay? Then you're going to go to F, number 3, theory. Go to number 4, divisibility rules. Okay, again, we've discussed this in class. So for example, we have 149. Can it be divisible by 2? So you look at the digit 9. Can 9 be divisible by 2? The answer is no. 149 cannot be divisible by 2. Then we have 270. Can 270 be divisible by 5? All right, we're looking at 270 and 0, and the answer is yes. 270 can be divisible by 5. Take your time with that. It goes back to our divisibility rules that we've been discussing all year. But you have to look at these numbers carefully. All right. So we're going to reading strategies. You're going to go to D, text structure. And you're going to go to number 2, compare and contrast. And informational text. This is a great exercise. So click on Learn by Example. Then you're going to go to G, point of view. Identify the narrative. Identify the narrative's point of view, okay? So go to go to stay at 1, click on 1, identify the narrative point of view. And for example, you have first person, second person, and third person. So listen carefully. I listened to the morning birds sing. I listen to the morning birds sing. I is first person. When you're talking from your point of view, your mind, that is first person. I went to the mall and saw my friend. I'm talking first person. Let me give you another example. Jan's was, oh my goodness, my writing. Jan's curiosity turns to amazement when she saw the abandoned house. Jan's curiosity turned to amazement when she saw the abandoned house. So, that is a third person. Jan's curiosity turns to amazement. Think of third person as a person looking, having a bird's eye view on the environment. So they speak, the third person, they speak for all characters. They will speak for Jan. They will speak for the minor character. They will have a bird's eye view of the story. So they know the thoughts of multiple characters, not just Jane. They know the thoughts of the major characters. Remember we talked about the major characters, and they know the thoughts of the minor characters. So that is third person. Some people call it the omnipresent point of view because they have a bird's eye view on the story and they're able to read all the character's thoughts. So that's third person. Let me give you another one that we don't often talk about. You made the wrong choice. You made the wrong choice, but you stood up anyway. So the second person has a limited view to the main character. But notice the main character is not speaking. The narrator is speaking for the main character. And the second person stays with the main character. It doesn't necessarily know the thoughts of the minor characters or the other character. The second person point of view follows the main character and speaks. You got up this morning in a terrible attitude. You made a wrong choice. So it's not me saying, I got up this morning, I made a wrong choice. Someone is speaking for me. There's a narrator speaking to me, and the narrator is referring to me as you. You got up in the morning, you made a bad choice. That's second person. So those are just clues so that you could tell the difference between first person, third person, and second person. Let's recap. So, third person is the omnipresent narrator. They know the thoughts of all the characters and they speak for all characters. They're telling the story. Then we have the second person speaking for you. You got up in the morning, you made a bad choice. Your day is going to be bad. That's second person. Then we have the first person. I got up in the morning. I made a bad choice, and I think I'm going to have a bad day. That's speaking from the first person point of view. So just be mindful of those differences, and please click on Learn by Example. So you're going to see that. Then we're going to social studies. So let's go to J, 20th century American history. We're continuing with World War I. The war begins. So last week you did the war to war, and this week you're going to do the war begins. Again, this might be a little bit of review to you all because you've done a packet and you've gotten so far in. I don't think they're at the assassination yet, but please read this. Refer to your PowerPoint from last week, please. Hopefully and prayerfully you still have it. So refer to your PowerPoint from last week. And you're going to do number 2, the World War I, the war begins. And you're going to do that exercise. Okay, we're going to continue with that until we finish World War I. And then you're going to go to K, government. We're doing state government. Last week you did local government. This week you're going to do state government, which is very important. This is when it comes to Georgia legislation. It's not going to specifically say Georgia, but it's going to tell you how state legislations happen throughout the whole country. And that's very important. A lot of people do not know about that. That is your day, 5th graders. Remember to report in. It does not matter whether you're morning block, mid-morning block, or afternoon block. I just need you to report in, and I need you to meet your 8 o'clock deadline. Okay, I will see you all live tomorrow on Zoom. I'm looking forward to seeing your faces, and let's show up, and we're going to have a question and answer and a great class discussion. I will see you on Wednesday.